Good evening and welcome into Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina for the championship game between Flamengo of Brazil and Quimsa of Argentina in the 2024 BCL Americas Final Four. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Feta, and we're so glad you can be here wherever you're tuned in from around the Americas or around the world, in the USA on the FanDuel TV platform, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel. Well, Andrew, it all comes down to this, the game everyone has been waiting for since we tipped off BCL Americas play in December. And here we are. We've had some unbelievable games in this tournament, including the third place game that we just saw a few moments ago, in which Halcones came back from 17 down in the second half to force overtime and win it by 2. We've had some epic comebacks, some ridiculous shots, and a whole lot of fun, and I don't expect tonight to be any different in this title game between Flamengo of Brazil and Quimsa of Argentina playing on their home floor.
Right, Halcones seems to be making a habit of those second-half comebacks, and that first game of the night, Craig, it had everything we thought it would and more. So, like you say, why would the championship be any different? And also this Quimsa home crowd, I expect will be rocking.
That may be the X factor in this game. Flamengo comes into this one by the skin of their teeth, escaping Halcones de Salapa last night, 90-87. Flamengo gave up an 18-point lead in the second half and had to come back from 5 down and hang on late. And after losing in the championship game to Franca last year, they're not going to be satisfied with anything less than gold this year.
Both these teams are capable of going on some serious runs. So if Flamengo gives that kind of opportunity to Quimsa, they could be in for a long night and not be seeing that hardware.
Quimsa, meanwhile, cruised past Hebraica Maccabi, and they're in the same boat. They lost to Franca in the semis last year and then lost in the third-place game to Minas. So they're going to be equally hungry for that top spot on the podium. As we go to the tail of the tape, as it were, the team comparison between these two squads, as you would expect, they are pretty evenly matched up numbers-wise. Quimsa 4% better on three-point field goal shooting. Flamengo 4 more rebounds per game. The assists and turnovers are nearly even. Points in the paint and fast break points, Flamengo has a +2 advantage in both, but then Quimsa has a +2 advantage in bench points. So you tally all those up, and you see exactly why these two teams are in the championship game.
Yeah, and Quimsa's looked hungry the entire tournament. They just keep plugging along with one of the most complete teams from starting 5 all the way to the bench. And I feel like they really could control this entire game being at home, but Flamengo is not an inferior team by any means. So I'm excited to see what each side does to try to get the goal.
Yeah, I'd have to give the advantage in bench play and depth to Quimsa, but Flamengo is just so deep and talented as well. Their starting 5 might have a little bit of an advantage over Quimsa. As we look at the Flamengo roster, Pete Deodato and Franco Balbi were huge in the semifinal against Halcones. He had 25 points. He was 6 of 11 from three-point range. Franco Balbi, the 34-year-old Argentine, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists for Halcones, or rather for Flamengo against Halcones. And don't forget, you've got Gabriel Galvanini. He is the top remaining scorer in the tournament. He's number 5 overall, the top 4 scorers all out before the semifinals. So Gabriel Galvanini possibly has the inside track to tournament MVP, averaging 17.3 points and 8.1 rebounds per game. This Flamengo roster is absolutely stacked.
Right, and if the MVP is going to be on the winning team of this game, we'd probably agree that would either be Galvanini or Brandon Robinson on the other side for Quimsa.
Absolutely. Juan Brasino had a big night against Hebraica. I say big night, he only had 14 points and 2 assists, but it seemed like all of his points, Andrew, came at really key times. And then you've also got Emiliano Basabe. He had 17 last night. I beg your pardon, 14, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And then you've got Fabian Barrios Ramirez, 11.7 boards against Hebraica last night. Brandon Robinson, mentioned him just a moment ago, averaging 17.1 points per game, 5.3 rebounds. He had 9, 4, and 5 against Hebraica. And how about Fortunato Rolfi? He had a big game last night, 12 points against Hebraica Maccabi. By the way, this matchup tonight is a rematch of Season 1, the championship game in Season 1, the COVID season in 2020. These two teams played in the championship game. So there's a lot going on in this game as we await the starting lineup. There's the starters for Quimsa. It'll be Bristino, Robinson, Basabe, Ramirez, and Tayevek Alitzi. Same starting 5 for Leandro Ramea as last night. At this point, don't fix what ain't broke, right?
That's correct. And they get those subs in anyway, so they have so many different lineups that I think work pretty much seamless.
Yeah, I mean, you've almost got another starting 5 with Acevedo, Sansimoni, Vasirani, Rolfi, and Cesilar. So almost an embarrassment of riches for Romeo. And here's the starters for Flamengo: Deodato, Balbi, Luzada, Galvanini, and I did not see who was the 5th starter. Manfio. Down awfully fast. Oh, it was Manfio. Okay, so same starting lineup as last night for Gustavo Conti of Flamengo. Manfio has scored in double figures 3 of the last 4 games, including 28 points against Obras. Last night in the semi, he had 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. In fact, we named an entirely new category for him. You've heard of a double-double, a triple-double. Well, we came up with the Kayo. Against Obras in the quarters, he was 7 of 7 from 3-point range, 3 of 3 from 2-point range, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He was perfect. And we call that now a Kayo. And in fact, over the course of 3 games, he hit 11 straight 3-pointers at one point. Our officials tonight, an outstanding crew as always, but this really the cream of the crop. Julio Anaya of Panama, Andres Bartel of Uruguay, and Johnny Bastia of Puerto Rico. By the way, speaking of Uruguay, Montevideo hosted that 2020 matchup between Quimsa and Flamengo. And we are just a few moments away from tip-off. Boy, that first game was just unbelievable. I'm still kind of floored by it. Jordan Glenn, 20 points for Halcones. Daniel Bejarano, 20. Rashid Mahalbasic hit the game-tying shot with 13 seconds left in regulation, and then hit the game winner with 0.4 seconds left in regulation. For Hebraica, Jordan Williams, 32 points, 8 rebounds. Luciano Parodi, 28 points. Ernesto Ogilvy, 18 points, 12 rebounds. And Franklin Haskell, 13 points, 11 boards. Just an unbelievably tremendous game. By the way, Brandon Robinson was the MVP of that 2020 tournament.
So he's no stranger to... Yeah.
Yeah, those little tidbits courtesy of Jaime Gutierrez with FIBA Americas. Appreciate you feeding us that info from the 2020 event. I'm not in the prediction business, but I think this is going to be a really good game. We will see if...
Well, I make predictions.
Gabriel,
I make predictions all the time.
Some of them are even right.
Probably 10% of the time.
But you have so many different guys in this game who can take a game over. You got Deodato. You got Galvanini. Kyle Manfield might be that guy. Racino, Robinson, Fabian Barrios Ramirez. All these guys can take over a game. And we are finally underway. Quimsa with the opening possession of this game. Racino, he was right. Lob inside to Galizzi. Works his way in and stuffs it with the right hand over Galvanini. And that's going to get this crowd fired up early. Lozada, left side. Gets it to Deodato. Back up top to Galvanini. Now he's got it again. Shot clock at 4, now 3. And he loses the handle. It will be Quimsa ball. Bristino over to Galizzi. Now the handoff back to Bristino. Galizzi rolls, but Galvanini stayed with him. Now the bounce pass into Galizzi. Galvanini can sometimes get himself in foul trouble. That time he comes up with the block. Great defense by Gabriel Galvanini. Got Gabriel João on the back of his uniform. He's from João in Brazil. Now over to the corner. 3 on the way. Missed. Rebound tapped, but grabbed by Manfio. He misses. And Emiliano Bastabe comes out of there with it. Now Robinson. Double teamed along the baseline. He gives it up. Now Fabian Barrios Ramirez bounces it into the post. And Bastabe draws the foul. It's going to be on Franco Balbi. And that's going to be a guy that Flamengo cannot afford to get in foul trouble. He was a monster last night. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists against Halcones. Oh, and Basabe loses it as he spins toward the baseline. Neither of these teams thus far terribly sharp. Maybe a little bit of nerves in the championship game, but these are 2 veteran squads. I figured they would get past those initial butterflies fairly quickly. Deodato from way outside. Splash! E. Deodato picking up where he left off against Halcones. Gives Flamengo their first lead at 3-2. Now Juan Bristino answers at the other end. Balbi turns it over. Tabe wanted a foul there. Robinson for 3. Splash! Quimsa up 7-4. Robinson's got his first point to the game and an offensive foul on Guy Deodato.
Robinson's only that one shot that he's made, but he's done a couple things on defense already, really affecting the game on 3 or 4 possessions already.
I thought I saw the official hold up 9 for Galvanini on that foul, but it sure looked like it was Deodato. Yeah, they did give that to Guy. So not sure what I was seeing there as far as fingers. Deodato skip pass into the opposite corner. 3-pointer missed. Galvanini the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Basabe. Never seen a player hold the official's hand after the play to make a foul call. Deodato, the step back three. A little too much muscle on that one. Kyle Manfio couldn't get the tip, and here comes Quimsa back the other way. Robinson on the drive. Gives it up along the baseline to Galizzi. Yes! The lead is now 6 for Quimsa. Coming up on 6 minutes to play in this first quarter. Uzada, Deodato. Deodato loses his footing. Manages to get it out to Uzada. Now Galvanini for three. That missed. Rebound, Evian Ramirez. Galizzi, his pass gets intercepted. He was trying to hit Brandon Robinson. Deodato backs it out. And Balbi gets it set back up. Balbi to his right. Galvanini didn't roll. Even though both defenders stayed with Balbi, do you think Galvanini should have rolled on that, Andrew?
Yeah, you got to look for your opportunities to score, especially him, a guy that they rely on 4 points. You mentioned one of the only top scorers left in the tournament at this point. He needs to be aggressive. Well, maybe not this aggressive.
From the wing, no good by Manfio. And so far, Flamengo 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point range. Now Robinson into the corner, launches the tray. That's good! And Brandon Robinson has this home crowd cooking. Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, and Leandro Romea has to be pleased early on. Gustavo Conti wants timeout. Try to get things going in the right direction.
Other than 1 or 2 turnovers, I think this is the kind of start that Quimsa wanted. It really can't get any better.
Not panic time by any stretch of the imagination. Gustavo Conti, always calm and composed in his huddles. We rarely see him raising his voice. That is the case here. It's not that time yet. Just a deficit of 9 points. No problem. Flamengo came back from 18 last night and 17 tonight in the second half. 9 points in the first quarter is nothing. So the timeout is over, and Andrew, what do you think Gustavo Conti was drawing up there?
Well, I'm not sure what he's drawing up exactly, but in terms of overall game plan, I'd just be telling my guys, hey, still beginning of the game, we're down. Excuse me, we're down early, but we just have to play our game, and well, you don't want to let stuff like that happen. That's not helping you out.
Ramirez gets his first 2, and the lead is 9. Yvonne Scott into the game for Flamengo as Franco Balbi at least puts a little bit of a Band-Aid on this bleeding so far. 4 minutes to play first quarter. Brasino now from the left elbow. Well, that one was going to be short. Now Balbi. So Flamengo got the stop. Now here's Scott. Boy, I don't know how he made that shot. Here's Robinson. Step back 3.
No
wow.
way. He's feeling himself. He said it's like that. Let's go, Brandon Robinson.
He's got 9 already. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Now Cuello for 3. That is good. Now things are starting to heat up a little bit offensively, particularly for Flamengo. Ramirez couldn't connect. Now Devon Scott, top of the key, hand off to Deodato. Shot clock at 7. Deodato, a little too much on that one. He's another one of those guys who will shoot from anywhere. Racino.
Got to get Robinson the ball right now.
I think you could send Brandon Robinson into the parking lot and he'll shoot it and hit it. Racino, pass out. Splash! Oh my! Leon Ramirez, he's got 5.
Their shooting percentage has got to be outrageous right now.
Yeah, I just just as you started to say that, I was looking over at my stat monitor. Quimsa 4-5 from 3-point range. Now, I'm not real good at the math, but that's 80%. No shoes required. Will have a seat with 1:51 to play in the first quarter and a 10-point Quimsa lead. We haven't called Gabriel Galvanini's name much as Devon Scott throws that off the leg of Eduardo Vasirani. Galvanini came out of the game at the 5:20 mark, has not come back in yet. I don't know. I would describe Gabriel Galvanini sometimes as mercurial. He can absolutely dominate a game, and then sometimes he's just on the court, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And it's hard from his position too. We've seen some of these guards. We talk about Jordan Glenn, Brandon Robinson, Jordan Williams. They can kind of handle the ball and get their own shot, get to the rim. Elitsi is a little more confined to the paint. He has some skill with the ball and can shoot a bit as well, but I don't know that he's the guy I want bringing the ball up the floor.
And Simone kicks it out to Robinson. Robinson into the corner. 3 on the way. That's good! Oh, my. Bruno Sansimone gets into the act.
I got to admit, if I was Brandon Robinson in that situation, I was not passing.
Yeah,
that was a good enough shot. The way he's been shooting,
I was thinking
I would have shot it. But a great pass for an open look and just incredible because he had the double team. So great team mindset there by Brandon Robinson. Just when I would give him the green light.
An offensive foul away from the ball on Devon Scott. Deodato sits down. Quimsa now 5 of 6 from 3-point range. And Simone into Vasirani and score it. Will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. And I don't want to say that Flamengo's in danger of getting run out of the gym now. But man, 15 points in the first quarter. You've got a lot of time to come back, but Flamengo just looked like they expected the game to start about 30 minutes later.
Yeah, this is what I said when I felt. I mean, this is better than what I expected that Quimsa could do. So that's even more dangerous. I mean, they're not missing very many shots. So in the past, we have seen both of these teams can kind of have a little wind up before they really get going. Quimsa came out and was scoring right off the bat. So that's not good for Flamengo. especially if they can't
Well,
get
maybe
things
that's
going on their end.
Maybe that's that home cooking. Now Scott Machado scores. Balby. Rolfie. Fortunato Rolfie scores. And it's a 16-point lead for Quimsa at the end of the first quarter on their home court. My goodness, what an opening salvo. As we look at the numbers, Flamengo 5 of 17 for 29%. 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Quimsa 11 of 17 for 65%. 5 of 6 from three-point range for 83%. And they made their only free throw attempt. Quimsa with an early rebounding advantage, 10-8. 4 turnovers in the first quarter for Flamengo, 3 for Quimsa. As we look at the highlights, Martin Cuello for Flamengo, 3 points. Scott Machado, 2. Devon Scott, 2. Franco Balbi, 2. Guy Deodato, 3. Gabriel Galvanini checked out at the 5:20 mark with 2 rebounds and has not been back in. For Quimsa, Fortunato Rolfi, 2 points. Bruno Sansimoni, 3. Eduardo Vassirani, 3. Juan Bursino, 2. Tayavek Galizzi, 4. Fabian Ramirez, 5. And Brandon Robinson on 3 of 3 shooting from three-point range has 9 points. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name's Craig Feda. If you're a fan of Quimsa, you've been enjoying this one. If you are watching to cheer on Flamengo, well, not so much.
Yeah, Craig,
Appreciate everybody tuning in on FanDuel TV in the USA, on DirecTV in South America, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel.
Craig, you mentioned that home court advantage, and what people may not understand is, well, one thing, your crowd is for you. That's easy enough. But the other thing is your routine throughout the day. You're in your own bed when you wake up. You're used to coming to this gym for practice and whatnot. So there's nothing else to think about than the regular stuff you do and getting prepared for the game. And that can be huge.
Devon Scott draws the foul on Eduardo Vassirani. I always love the expressions after a guy gets called for a foul. Who, me?
A lot of times they leave their hands up.
Yeah.
You watch the replay, their arms obviously come down like a lot.
Yeah. Missed them both. So Flamengo yet to tally a point in this second quarter. Quimsa has not either. But there's 3 more. My goodness. Bruno Sansimoni's 2 for 2 from the arc. The lead is 19. Quimsa 6 of 7 from three-point range now, 86%. Oh, a beautiful feat to the cutting Eduardo Vassirani. He jams it with 2 hands, and Gustavo Conti, well, I thought he called timeout. I heard a whistle. I assume that was for a timeout, but evidently it's just for a substitution. So now the veteran Carlos Olavinha comes on. 6'8" captain. Maybe they're going to hope he can plug up the middle a little bit. He's going to be 41 years old on April 18th. Bastianini trying to defend Devon Scott, but Scott too strong. A little miscommunication there, and that is a Quimsa turnover as Sansimone goes into the expensive seats. Scott Machado hounded by Sansimone. Open look for Cuello from three-point range, no good. 2 of 10 from three-point range now for Flamengo. Why not? Splash! Quimsa just out of their mind from three-point range. Fortunato Rolfi, after his 12 points last night, says, hey, let me get some.
Yeah, I don't know. What do we have? Maybe 20 three-point shots in a game would be maybe the norm. They're already close to 50% at that mark. If they were to shoot, 10 more threes,
Yeah, if they were to miss
them all,
yeah.
They're at 50. I mean, if they keep that up,
yeah, you'd still say they shot a pretty good percentage.
But just saying that's hard to win a game if a team can shoot 23s at 50+%, which this team is almost there already, without even shooting half of them. They're gonna have that percentage that you want.
22-point lead for Quimsa. And some of the highlights here. Here's the dunk by Eduardo Bastianini. Fortunato Rolfi from about 24 feet away. Says splash. And you can tell Gustavo Conti is just trying to push some buttons to get something to work. He's got Machado in there, Olivinha, Cuello, Devon Scott's been in there. He's just getting nothing.
Yeah, right now he's trying everything that I used to try when I played Street Fighter on Super Nintendo in second grade.
Just pressing any kind of button combinations, huh?
Yeah, can I just kick for the entire match here? Can I hit that button?
So no foul called. It was just a block out of bounds. So Flaminingo retains possession with a 14-second shot clock, which is now down to 7. Balby, the turnaround in the lane. Ooh, a late whistle.
That was a late.
And the crowd did not like that. See if we can get a better look at it here. Not sure.
I don't like it, Craig.
I will. I'll defer to the official. He had a much better look at it.
Craig, I've never met an official I didn't know more than, so I'm going to say they're wrong.
I also had a very good officiating friend who once told me as Balby misses both free throws. Galvanini back into the game now. Another three-point miss. Rebound kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Flamengo. But I once had an officiating friend tell me there's no such thing as a late whistle. If the call is right, it's just a whistle. If it takes you that extra half beat, make sure you get it right. Then you take that extra half beat and then blow the whistle. But that seemed to be a late whistle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't disagree, but they're I,
Sansimone. Oh, finally a miss from 3-point range for Quimsa. Balby spinning his way into the front court. Balby launches the tray. Oof, almost banked that one in. Now the step back tray. That missed. Oh my goodness. Flaminingo now, they're either 2 for 13 or 2 for 14 from the arc. Rolfie open for 3. No. So now Quimsa seems to have cooled off from the arc, and now maybe Flaminingo can make a little hay. Quimsa shooting now just 70%, 7 of 10. Galvanini. Oh, beautiful pass to Olivia. Count the bucket. Boy, what a pass from Gabriel Galvanini. Eduardo Esserani sits down with his second foul. Carlos Olivia try to complete the three-point play. It's 2 of 4 from the arc in this, or rather from the free throw line in this tournament. Now make it 3 of 5. Sabe. Go to Acevedo. Back to Sansimone. Sansimone's floater goes in, and Andrew, this is kind of that second starting five that I was talking about. Acevedo, Rolfie, Sansimone, Vasirani. We haven't seen your guy, Federico Desdular, yet. Actually,
he
we
needs to
have.
get
He's
in
played
there.
just over 5 minutes.
Oh,
He's
well,
not taking a shot, though.
he's not. Normally the shots he takes are dunks. So you'll know
Well,
he's there.
Quimsa now
My
back on
goodness.
track from three-point range. Emiliano Basabe, he was just a 27% three-point shooter coming into the Final Four. And Basabe stroked that like it was Larry Bird. Malby now scored. Biggest lead of the game for Quimsa has been 22 points on 2 different occasions, including just a moment ago. Now Balby for 3, that misses. Rebound Basabe. Sansimone right side. Now Robinson. And a whistle away from the ball.
And he still hit that shot. He still hit a difficult shot that didn't count.
Balby hanging on him. It's for practice, right? Just to show you I would have hit it.
Yeah.
So the foul away from the ball was on Martin Cuello, his second. Robinson to inbound, not guarding the inbound pass. Sabe to Bustino. Ramirez pass stolen away. And what was the whistle for? Did Deodato kick it? Deodato must have kicked it. So it's Quimsa ball. Rush 14. Bustino to Robinson. And they are getting right up on Brandon Robinson. And with the shot clock winding down, he missed it from outside the right elbow. 4.5 minutes, just inside 4.5 to play in the second quarter. Machado hits the three-pointer. Machado just a 27% three-point shooter. He's got 5. That's his first of 5 three-point shots made. Now Bristino, the pretty finger roll bank job. by Brasino. For a moment, they might review that for an unsportsmanlike, but so Galvanini sits down. He's taken just one shot. He's got 5 rebounds. You have to wonder if he's under the weather. He's injured a little bit. That three-pointer ripped straight through. There's Kyle Manfio. He's down to 16.
Quimsa, the way they move the ball around and get a lot of people with a touch, Flaminingo hasn't done a lot of that. The last couple of plays that they've gotten the basket have been better.
The bench for Quimsa and the crowd screaming for a travel. But instead of foul called, it's going to be on Taya Vekalici. And Olavinha back to the free throw line. It almost looks, Andrew, like they haven't even really been running any plays for Gabriel Galvanini. He does not seem to be figuring into the offense at all.
Yeah, the best look we saw, he got the ball in the low block, dribbled in, and then had a really nice pass to Olavinha for a basket and maybe even an and one. I don't recall if he got a foul on that or not.
That's going to be a foul on Didi Lusada. Yeah, Didi a little too close in the kitchen there. And a timeout call. Leandro Ramea takes the break here. Oh, Quimsa ice cold now. Just 67% three-point range, 8 of 12. Bench points even at 18.
Cuando hacemos el reverso, el de acá hace esto, ni nos defiende, ni defiende el pase. Mira, Fabi, o ataca, o el de acá.
Well, still way too early to talk about MVP. But right now, I would say the advantage is to Brandon Robinson.
Yeah, he's had an outstanding half here so far. 3 for 3 from 3-point. He's missing 1 2-point field goal. A couple assists, that really nice one that I talked about where I said throw another one up, and he passes to a wide open player in the corner there for a 3.
Well, he just wanted to get the assist on it.
It was all for the stats.
Right. So Brandon Robinson, if indeed this result holds and he continues to rack up the points in this game, he would likely add another tournament MVP to his trophy shelf, in addition to the one in 2020. Brandon Robinson, as decorated as they come. A three-pointer, and again we see a guy run out. See somebody run out at a three-point shooter and commit a foul. Man, I've seen that more in this tournament than I've seen in a long time. Brandon Robinson, a Division II All-American at Clayton State in Georgia in 2011. He was the NBL Canada Rookie of the Year in 2012, the All-Star Game MVP. He played in Chile and China. And again, won the championship with Quimsa in 2020 when he was named MVP. Robinson misses the second free throw. As we get a look again at Leandro Ramea. It's always fun to watch guys with their free throw routines. Granted, Robinson circles his waist with the ball. There's Galvanini. Count that bucket. Did you have a routine at the free throw line?
Yeah. It's been a while since I did
said
it.
a little
Still
prayer.
the same.
You said a little prayer first,
No,
right?
no. I would step. I'm a right-handed shooter, so I'd step to the free throw line. I'd catch the ball, hold it in my right hand with my hand underneath, get my feet set. Then I'd look at the rim, take. I don't remember if I take 2 or 3 dribbles. Again, if I go to the gym right now and get on the free throw line, I'll do it automatically because I've done it that many times.
Well, no, now
yeah,
because next time you're going to think about it.
No, I
I
won't. I
take 2 or
promise.
3 dribbles. Robinson
Yep,
turns
and
it
then
over. Now Machado for 3. Oh my, saved in nicely by Ramirez. And an offensive foul. I believe that's going to be on Barrios Ramirez, or no? Is it on Tyvek Galitzi? It's on Galitzi. Yep, absolutely. I thought there was Ramirez on the drive, but it was Galitzi. So that's his second foul. It's like when you want to get a guy rattled on the golf course, you say, do you breathe on your backswing? Do you inhale or exhale on your backswing? Or do you not breathe at all? And the guy gets on the tee and can't think about it. Now Galvanini slips, and they're going to call that a travel. I've seen some guys slip on that circle logo around the free throw line at both ends of the floor in both games last night and both games tonight. We think that's one of those decals that gets applied and it's not actually painted on the floor. Oh, count that bucket, Juan Bristino. Flamengo was getting a little frisky there after the three-point play by Galvanini. They cut that lead from 23 down to 14. Deodato commits his second foul. Deodato's been quiet, just 3 points. He hit that first three-pointer early, and then that's been it. Complete the three-point play. And the lead is back to 17. Leafy gets the rest with 1:31 to play in the second quarter. Right about now, normally we'd be reminding everybody of the next game coming up or what's coming up tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow everybody goes home. This tournament is over. The season is over. Lusada gets too deep under the bucket, has to kick it out, and his pass intercepted by Bristino. This has been a tremendous event all over South America. Montevideo, Buenos Aires, Franca, Rio, Maracaibo, and of course Santiago del Estero. Had some great games in Salapa on Halcone's home floor. Those games were fun there. Hey, there's your guy, says Vilar. Turns it over.
As he makes the turnover.
Three-pointer missed. Brandon Robinson the rebound. You can go 2 for 1 here if you hurry up. I think they're just going to hold. Around Ramirez. Oh, and a little bit too high for Zezular. Federico saying, what? Don't throw it so high. Year-old Juan Brasino having a seat to watch the remainder of the second quarter. It's been all Quimsa in this one. Flamengo's only lead of the game was at 3-2 on the three-pointer by Guy Deodato. It's been all Quimsa after that. Now Balbi takes it all the way himself. And is Sansimone going to be able to get one off? No. And so we will go to halftime with Quimsa on top by 17, 50-33. Quimsa outscoring Flamengo in that second quarter by just one, 22-21. So Flamengo better defensively and much better offensively in that second quarter. As we look at the shooting numbers, Flamengo 13 of 36 overall, 36%, 4 of 18 from three-point range, 22%, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Quimsa 19 of 29, 65% overall. They finished the half 8 of 12 from three-point range for 67%, 4 of 5 from the stripe. 4 rebound advantage for Quimsa. They've got 20, 10 turnovers in that first half for Quimsa, just 6 for Flamengo. And if Quimsa doesn't want to let Flamengo back into this game, they're going to have to take much, much, much better care of the ball. Individually for Flamengo, Franco Balbi 6 points, Martin Cuello 5, Scott Machado 5, Von Scott 4, Guy Deodato 3 on the first Flamengo bucket of the game. Gabriel Galvanini had a 3-point play late. He's got 3 points and 5 rebounds. Kyle Manfio 3 points and 3 rebounds. And Carlos Olavinha 4 points. For Quimsa, Fabian Ramirez 5 points, 4 boards. Fortunato Rolfi 5 points, 2 boards. Bruno Sansimone 8 points, 2 assists. Eduardo Vestirani 7 points, 3 rebounds. Emiliano Basabe 3 points, 6 boards. Juan Brasino 7 points, 2 assists. Ty Vecalizzi 4 points. And Brandon Robinson leading all scorers with 11 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. He's also got 3 dimes. So it's a 17-point lead for Quimsa on their home floor in the championship game of the 2024 BCL America season. Andrew Hunt, what does Flamengo have to do in the second half to try to come back?
Well, I mentioned the shooting for Quimsa. If you're Flamengo, you just have to limit the open shots. It's tough because they move the ball so well. I think I've said almost every game we've watched them that I really appreciate how they move the ball around, that being Quimsa. But if you're Flamengo, you just really need to somehow throw them off the rhythm. Here at the end of the half, they were getting things going a little bit offensively, so they were showing some life. But if they don't slow Quimsa down considerably, I just don't think there's enough offense they're going to be able to create to catch back up and take over this game.
Earlier on in our third place game, if you didn't see it, you missed a dandy. Halcones came back from 17 down in the third quarter to force overtime with Hebraica Maccabi, and then won it with 0.4 of a second left. Rashid Mahalbasic scored to make it 101-99, and that's how it finished in the third place game. Again, here in the championship game, Quimsa on their home floor leads Flamengo 50-33. We are back live from Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina, for second half action in the title game in just a few moments. Welcome back to Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina for the championship game between Quimsa of Argentina and Flamengo of Brazil. Quimsa leading coming out of halftime, 50-33. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name's Craig Fada. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wherever you're watching from in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel. And Andrew, we've seen some special games in this tournament. We've seen some epic comebacks, most notably by Halcones the last two nights. Flamengo certainly has the guns to do it, but they're not going to be able to do that if they play like they played in the first half.
Yeah, we mentioned before the break what kind of adjustments they might make. So we'll see here defensively if they can do anything to get Quimsa out of their rhythm. And they were developing a little bit of their own rhythm at the end of the first half. So if they can keep that up, hopefully their offensive struggles are behind them.
Well, one adjustment that Gustavo Conti made as Brasino makes the layup. And gets the lead back to 19. Martin Cuello starting the second half on the floor in place of Kyle Manfio. So we'll see if Cuello can provide a little bit of a spark. Brasino over to Robinson, now into the corner. Three on the way from Basabe, that missed. Rebound, Deodato. Another missed three-pointer by Flamengo, and they are 4 of 20 in three-point range. Robinson missed from three. And Quimsa's coming back to earth. They're 8 of 14 from three-point range now after starting off 7 of 8. I think they've missed their last 7. And now here at the other end, Martin Cuello hits the three-pointer, and that's why Gustavo Conti's got him in there. Cuello, a 32% three-point shooter in this tournament coming into the Final Four. He only had 3 points against Halcones. Lead now down to 16. Here's Dalby. He launches the three. That is good. Well, look now.
Good start so far. Yeah.
Yeah, leads down to 13.
And Quimsa's having a little bit of trouble with the zone, too.
9-2 start to this third quarter for Flamengo. Now Balby, the steep part for him, and he lays it in. And Leandro Romea says enough of this nonsense. Takes time out as Flamengo gets it down to 11. Balby's got 11, and just like that, Flamengo's got some life. And you can hear a pin drop in Estadio Ciudad. look at the pretty stroke by Franco Balbi. He's starting to heat up. He had 19.7 assists against Halcones last night. He really was the driver for Flamengo. Racino to Robinson. And you have to wonder if Quimsa has maybe fallen in love with the three-point shot a little bit too much as they shoot that one up with just 3 left on the shot clock. Therefore, the putback, though, Federico Zezular, I beg your pardon, that was Emiliano Basabe. Saw the pink shoes and thought it was Zezular. Balbi again, missed. Robinson the rebound. Robinson dishes it underneath. As Basabe gets sent to the floor. Could not hit the reverse layup after the drive and dish, and that foul is going to be on Didi Lusada.
Yeah, you mentioned the three-point shot. Sometimes against the zone, people know that you can shoot a team out of it. But in my opinion, the way I want to shoot somebody out of the zone is attack what we call the gaps, going in between 2 defenders, making them react. I swing the ball, now maybe that's a shot, or I attack one more time. And now if I've attacked twice into the gut of the zone, I should find something either on the short corner, a shot outside, or a nice little mid-range pull-up. That's usually how I like to do it.
Galvanini kicks it out. 3 on the way. Deodato missed. Robinson the rebound. Lead back to 15 for Quimsa after the hot start by Flamengo, and Basabe scores again. He's got 9.
Another very effective thing to do against the zone, don't let him get it set up. Just run down the court and get a layup.
Cuello hits another three-pointer. Robinson from way outside, missed. Robinson started off 3 for 3 from 3-point range. Now missed his last 2 attempts. That 3 by Balbi is up and good. Lead back down to 11. Balbi's got 14. And Andrew, I almost said it coming out of halftime that I had a feeling we might see something special, but I didn't want to think it was just wishful thinking.
Yeah, what we're seeing is teams are just hoisting threes.
Special game. Now Galizzi and Balbi get tangled up a little bit. And Racino was ported out of there by one of the officials. Balbi getting a little frustrated. Fans are all in a tizzy, much more so than the players are. Balbi. Long three-pointer. Missed it wide left.
Quimsa needs that Boca Juniors energy where they just sing the entire time. Just like what's going on right now with the whole game. Winning or losing.
Espinal was like that too. Probably shot in this.
I think Nacional traveled pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. All called on Kyle Manfio. 13 foul for Flamengo. Inside 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Albi's down for a little rest. Albi needs some help. Galizzi, actually. Gillespie muscles his way in, catches his own shot, and then lays it in. Oh my goodness, what hard work by Gillespie.
If you're a aspiring post player, rewind that play to see how you use a pivot foot.
Flamengo's gotten it down to 11 on 2 different occasions, but each time Quimsa has answered. Machado around the screen by Galvanini. Cuello shoots it up over Gillespie and scores. Cuello's got 13. The lead is 13. Back up top to Brasino. Robinson heads to the corner. Gillespie from just inside the right elbow splashes that one. And again, the lead back to 15. Gillespie's got 8. There's Machado looking for an opening. Galvanini. Oh, ho, ho. Clear out for Caio Manfio, soaring in for the dunk.
Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Ramirez for 3.
That's got to be a charge. Yeah.
You are absolutely right. Machado doesn't like it. And the fans here at Estadio Ciudad are really making some noise now. We get a look at the replay by Fabian Barrios Ramirez. Hitting that 3-pointer. That one's short. Cuello the rebound. Lusada. No whistle for his 3rd foul. So he's going to have a seat with 3:04 to play. We probably won't see him until the 4th quarter. Now Cuello, 3 minutes to play in the 3rd. Nearly stolen away by Ramirez. Oh, and Lusada sweeping in from the baseline and jamming it with 2 hands. Beautiful pass underneath from Bruno Sansimoni to find Emiliano Bastabi, and he's got 11 now. Rebound taken out of there by Sansimoni. He circles it back around and gets the offense set up. Barrios Ramirez. Foul called on Sansimoni. Sabe has a seat. Federico Zezular comes back on. And still Galvanini and Deodato with 6 points between them, both on the bench here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Not entirely sure what this is about here. They are going to go to a review.
I think they're going to review that foul to see if they felt like it was an unsportsmanlike, because it was kind of a open court type situation.
Yeah, oh
where,
yeah, I guess.
They had numbers.
Yeah, but no, they didn't. Though you see, two defenders were in the paint already. I didn't even think there was a need for him to commit this foul. He had two defenders sitting in the paint there. I think maybe that's an unsportsmanlike he did. The intent was to impede the play. And I know what you're going to say. Make the play for the ball, stop the play. But really, do that. Yeah, he grabs the arm first. Didn't even make the play for that ball. He was trying to commit the foul to stop the layup. So again, in a half-court situation, I think that's maybe a common foul. But I think in a transition situation, that's going to be an unfortunate one.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that call if that's what they come up with.
Yeah, he made
could
no
do a little
attempt
bit
at
better
the ball.
going for the ball.
Did I read your mind or what?
The ball handler does a good job keeping the ball away to kind of force him to go through him. But
Yep.
if I just feel like I have an argument, if I'm the defender and I can get my arm across the body of the ball handler, tip the ball out of bounds while basically running my shoulder into his chest rib area. So I've definitely displaced him and fouled him. But the ref behind me can see that I tipped the ball. I say, I tipped the ball out. I made a defensive play on the ball. He shimmied and I fouled him. I didn't realize he was going to move like that. And, there you go. I definitely fouled him because that's what you're trying to do. But then you've got, to me, a decent argument that you're actually trying to make a steal.
Ron Scott misses from in close after the nice defensive play. The result of that previous review was just a common foul. And now Robinson fouled by Franco Balbi. And Balbi heads straight to the bench. I think that's his fourth.
That's all Robinson right there. To see somebody out of position like that and just dribble right into his arm there. He's too close to him, and I don't know how to explain the defender. His shoulders are facing, south, to use a direction. Robinson goes north on him so that he really can't pivot and get, kind of get out of the way or defensive shuffle with him. So he's kind of stuck, and Robinson catches that arm, and now it looks like a foul. It is a foul, but it's more set up by the offensive player than anything.
Balbi scores. That was actually only Balbi's third foul. I thought it was his fourth. He's got 16 now. Stolen away by Balbi. Balbi misses the layup. Quimsa did not concede it for sure. Mascherani's got to put the mare back in the tire. Here you get a look at Brandon Robinson, the 2020 Eastern America's MVP. Now Balbi has a seat with 1:20 to play in the third. I'm sure he does not pick up that fourth foul prior to the fourth quarter. Sansimoni back to Robinson. Down to Ramirez, back outside to Sansimoni. And this is the open three. Rebound pulled out of there by Devon Scott, and a foul.
Well, my three-point math really failed miserably. I said that they'd be 50% when they hit 20. At one point, I believe they were 7 for 10. So I figured, hey, all they got to do is make 3 out of 10, and they'll be 50%. Well, They made 2 out of 10.
Well, you're only off by 1. There's Deodato.
For them.
No, that was Scott Machado. That face he was making, it kind of looked like Yee. So Machado to the free throw line, 71.4% on the tournament. Has not taken a free throw in this game yet. And switched to first.
Just looking at my statistics, your simple math to explain your score. Before that shot, each team had taken the same amount of free throws. Quimsa made 7, and Flamengo had made 4. So now they're 6 of 11 instead of 4 for 9, which they were. They've taken 28 threes, Flamengo, only made 8. Meanwhile, Quimsa's only taken 20 and made 9 of them. So they made more threes with 8 less attempts. And then the 2-pointers are almost equal. But again, they've made 4 more shots. That pretty much gets you.
Machado a little hesitation and fade away. Pretty shot by Scott Machado there, and the lead back down to 11. Clock off. Game clock. 10. Nearly thrown away. And it'll stay with Quimsa as Machado knocked it out of bounds with 8.1 to play in the third. So if Flamengo can somehow come away with a steal here and get a bucket, or at least get a stop. And Simone gives it up to Vassirani. I don't think he got the shot off, and even if he had, it got swatted into about the 16th row. So we head to the fourth with Quimsa on top by 11, 70-59. Look at the shooting numbers. Flamengo starting to creep up. Starting to sink. They are now down to 43% three-point range. Started off 7 of 8. 2 of their next 13. For Flamengo, Martin Cuello, 13 points. Deodato, just 3. Eddie Luzada, 2. Scott Machado, 9. Machado's also got 4 dimes. Devon Scott, 4 points. Franco Balbi leading all scorers with 16 points on 7 of 15 shooting. He's also got 3 rebounds. Again, Gabriel Galvanini, not a factor at all in this game. 3 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Doing some other things, but they need him to score. Kyle Manfio has 5 points, 4 boards. Carlos Olivinha, 4 points. Emiliano Bastabe for Quimsa with 11 points, 9 boards. Fabian Barrios Ramirez, 8 points, 4 boards. Brandon Robinson, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Robinson had 11 points in the first half, just 1 in the third quarter. Bruno Sansimoni, 8. Eduardo Vastirani, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Juan Bursino, 11 points, 4 assists. Ivek Alitzi, 8 points. Fortunato Rolfi, 5. That rounds out the scoring for Quimsa. And you hear the fans starting to wind up as the teams come back out onto the court for the fourth quarter. We are live from Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Fourth quarter of the championship game of the BCL Americas 2024 season. Alcones de Salapa defeated Tabraca Maccabi in overtime, 101-99 earlier tonight. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name's Craig Feda. This one has been all Quimsa. But Flamengo back to their closest since the first half at 11 points. A big welcome into all our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on Direct TV, and around the rest of the world on the Bistro Americas YouTube channel. Flamengo 8 of 30 from three-point range. And that little shot rolls in for Eduardo Bastirani. Machado between the rings. Only two starters on the floor for Flamengo starting the fourth quarter are Deodato and Luzada. Balbi, Galvanini, and Manfio on the bench. Scott has his shot blocked. And I don't know if you could hear it in the audio as well as we could. Somebody very close to getting teed up. Might have been Devon Scott. He was not happy about the lack of a foul call there, but that was, well, they did call a foul. I didn't hear a whistle.
Yeah, I was kind of with him with his frustration. The ref's standing right there, and that's a pretty obvious foul.
Yeah.
If Barrios Ramirez hits that ball and then releases his hand, clean, maybe you call it a jump ball, but more than likely I just say whatever happens, happens. But he follows through and keeps his hand and kind of pushes through that as a foul. I'm entitled to that space as the offensive player.
Scott hits both free throws. He's got 6. Back down to 11. Here comes Franco Balbi. Galvanini back in as well. So it's Balbi, Cuello, Deodato, Galvanini, and Luzada for Flamengo. For Quimsa, Acevedo, Basabe, Brusino, Galizzi, and Robinson. So Acevedo on for Fabian Barrios Ramirez getting a break. Offensive rebound by Galizzi. Robinson back outside to Brusino, getting the offense set back up. Shot clock down to 7. Robinson from 18. Oh, what a tough shot by Brandon Robinson.
Was somebody draped all over him, no less.
Yeah. Albi tries for 3 at the other end. Offensive rebound, Martin Cuello. Cuello kicks it out. Luzada. There's Deodato, that was a three-pointer.
You saw the full court pressure there by Flamengo. I was going to say, even down 11, now 13, with the way that Quimsa can score, you've got to start being aggressive. And here's Robinson closing this game out right now.
My goodness. Brandon Robinson said, well, yeah, I only scored 1 point in the third quarter. I'm saving him for the fourth. A couple of impossible jump shots with guys in his face. He robbed now with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Lead is back to 15.
You mentioned Robinson earlier, and something that I think I'm a little bit different than most people, and maybe if I tried this at a professional or college level, I would find out that I'm completely wrong. But I've always wondered, when a player's hot like Robinson was earlier, I believe he came out within the normal rotation, which I understand. I've always thought if I've got a guy that's really shooting well, I'm gonna sub in the other 4 players, leave him in, and then as soon as he misses a couple shots or just looks now that he's just really tired, now I'm gonna send in whoever his sub was. Kind of ride the hot hand type situation. But you do have those lineups and they kind of have a cohesiveness about them, and Quimsa even more so that they really almost have a full another 5 that come in rather than like a 6th man that sort of joins the starting 5. So, just just something for viewers and yourself to think about when you look at this. But he's in the game now, and I expect being in the fourth quarter, he's not coming out.
Robinson's played 27 minutes and 54 seconds of this game. Leader in time on the floor in this game. Now Luzada, oh, pretty move by Didi. Every time Flamengo's gotten to 11, Quimsa has gone on a run. Now poked out of bounds, or rather poked into the backcourt. Quimsa maintains possession. Racino bounces it to the cutting Galizzi, count the bucket, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Ivan Galizzi now with 10 points. Lovely little finger roll there by Galizzi. Foul was on Galvanini, his second. Flamengo's going to have to find a way to get Galvanini going in this fourth quarter. Balbi, the offensive rebound, and gets fouled. Galizzi appreciates the effort. Manfio sits down. Molavia comes on. Side to Vistabe. Galvanini blocks that pass. Back to Racino. Racino launches it from 20, misses everything except Martin Cuello. Cuello into the front court, little hesitation, and the foul by Acevedo. On the handoff to Balbi. Now Cuello. Cuello drives, puts up the left-hand floater, no. Another rebound for Brandon Robinson, that's rebound number 8. Now Robinson bounce pass to the post, and Galizzi couldn't handle it. Goes down to the floor, and comes into contact with the baseline. And that's going to be a turnover for Quimsa. Andrew, I know in previous windows we've had to wonder about the temperature, because don't forget, it is summer in the southern hemisphere. At least now it's early fall. And we've seen heat and perspiration on the floor become a factor. 53 degrees right now in Santiago del Estero, 72% humidity. That's a problem. Seen a lot of guys starting to slip as guys get more tired and perspire more. Robinson fouled, way over that. That's the third foul on Cuello. Here's Robinson out near midcourt. Into the backcourt by Luzada. With the shot clock winding down, a prayer thrown up and missed. An offensive foul. Three on Galvanini. Galvanini has as many fouls as he has points and rebounds. Galvanini came in 6th in the tournament in scoring at 17.3 points per game, 6th in rebounds at 8.1 points, or rather rebounds per game. Machado denies the inbound pass. Quimsa just about 5 minutes away from hoisting the hardware. Racino hits the floater off the glass. And the lead back to 17. Cavalcanti wants timeout. And yeah, that's just what I was saying. What I was about to say, I should say. Now Gustavo Conte a little more animated in this huddle because I think he can sense that it's starting to slip away.
Tá clara a regra. Nós precisamos todo mundo fazer a mesma coisa, senão não tem como recuperar. Primeiro é pensar aqui atrás, depois correr. O melhor momento nosso foi entregue. Melhor momento. É pique, repique e atacar em 5, 6 segundos até 8 segundos no máximo. Tá certo?
70%,
Quando for
23
giro,
of 33.
nós estamos fazendo movimentos rápidos. Foi giro, esse cara
They have crashed back to earth on their three-point shooting, 9 of 23. They started off 7 of 8. They've only hit 2 of their next 15.
I feel like I'm partially to blame for that. I think I explained to you one time, if I'm missing shots, how I figure, well, if I'm 1 for 4, well, then I'm probably going to make my next 3 because I'm usually a 40 to 50% shooter. So I'll keep shooting. Well, the same could be said if I've made a lot. It means maybe I'm going to miss the next few.
Mm-hmm. Pointer by Machado misses. Racino, pounded by Machado. 3 on the way. Nope. And that goes up over the backboard and off the support. Flamengo gets a stop. Cuello left him alone. Now Luzada for 3. Nope. Cuello tips the rebound. Ping pongs around before being taken by Robinson. 16 points, 8 boards for Brandon Robinson. Robinson for 3. Yes! Brandon Robinson! Oh.
This guy's going to run out of cellies.
I think that's going to do it. 20 points with 4 minutes to play. That may have been the dagger. Now Olavinha bounces around his way through the defenders and misses a hook shot. And now the fans here in Santiago del Estero can start to taste it. Acevedo working on Galvanini. And a foul on Galvanini, that'll be his 4th. I don't know about that.
I wasn't so sure Acevedo didn't have what I call happy feet. He's shuffling his feet a little bit.
Yeah.
Resulting in a travel.
Looked like a quarterback in the pocket.
Right. I was going to say earlier, too, before the lead got extended to 20, I think we were still back at 15 or 17. And to add insult to injury here, they get the ball back after the free throw.
Right. Oh, Kalitsky misses the dunk, and that would have just sent this place up for grabs. And he knew it, too. Elevates, and Galvanini just gets a piece of him. Oh, he should have dunked that. I think if he kept 2 hands on it. So do they call Galvanini for the foul?
I believe so.
Yeah. That's 4 on Galvanini. Inside 3.5 minutes play. Free throws missed. Galvanini to Cuello. Back to Galvanini. Now he takes a three-pointer, and that's good. Galvanini doubled his point total. He's got 6 to go along with his 7 rebounds. Now Galissi doesn't miss that dunk with the right hand. Inside 3 minutes to play. We'll look at the elevation and exclamation. Oh, I like that. Elevation and exclamation. I may have to trademark that. Robinson hit the first free throw. Get the lead back to 20. They get the second to make it 21. Biggest lead of the game was 23, and Quimsa very close to that. It's called closing out the game when you can get your biggest lead at the end.
Yeah, you don't want to foul right now for Quimsa. Just let the game be over. I'm almost in favor of just letting, in that particular case, let him go to the rim, get a layup, 2 points.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to say there. We talked about this in previous games where you're just like, you know what? You're not going to get 11 layups in 2 minutes against us. I mean, we're going to play some defense, but we're not going to foul you. And we're going to play offense at the other end. We're going to run time. The clock is absolutely working against you right now. You don't have to be aggressive defensively at all. Robinson. Now, ooh.
Oh,
backcourt violation.
Backcourt for sure.
Yeah, he did not establish himself in the front court for catching that pass from Robinson. And Robinson says, oops, my bad. But on the other hand, why did it take him so long to get up court? Galvanini. Pass kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple things I always tell folks is if you inbound the ball, get inbounds. Once you've passed it, there's no reason for you to still be standing out. And once the ball's crossed half court, you need to get across half court.
Pretty jumper by Didi Lusada. Another young guy who's got a bright future, 24 years old. Galvanini, now he becomes aggressive as he thunders that one home with the left hand and goes out into the stands. Wow.
Yeah, you just kind of wonder where was this at?
I hate to. You took the words right out of my mouth. Where was this? Why was he not being more aggressive offensively? And a foul in the backcourt as Brasino tried to get underway.
That's
exactly 2 minutes to play.
That's what makes me wonder too. Is that why he's out of the game? Earlier when he sat down with 5 minutes in the first quarter, something like that. It was not a time you'd expect him to not be in the game.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And also, kudos to a coach. I don't feel like I've come across many coaches that I've seen, if a guy isn't putting forth the best effort, or maybe you think they're not being as aggressive as they should be, that you just sit them down and everybody's like, yeah, all right, good job, coach. Like, especially arguably your best player statistically, I feel like in a lot of leagues, the coach is going to get a lot of criticism for, for not playing that player, no matter how bad they're doing.
Shot blocked by Galitzi. Cuello there for the putback, though. But what an impressive block by Tayevek Galitzi.
Quimsa needs to break this
2 minutes
press.
to play. 146 to be exact. The lead is 16. Cuello gets it into Deodato. He misses. Ripped out of there by Basabe. And Manfio steals it away, gets it to Deodato, and Deodato dunks it. And again, where was this earlier? When you're down, why not press like this early and try to make something happen?
They were giving at least a token pressure to start the fourth quarter, which I said they needed to do, because even I believe the lead was 11 at that point. Against Quimsa, they're going to score. So you've got to expect, that's something I see a lot of times too, is people just wait too long. And I'm like, I'm okay. Again, first half, who cares? We got a whole second half to play. I could be down 20, and I'm not necessarily going to do anything outside of my normal game plan. Second half,
yeah, I don't know, man.
If I'm down,
it's the championship game. It's a championship game, though. You're down 23 in the first half. Press, shake something up, do something. I mean, if it's a regular season game, maybe, but this is for all the marbles here.
Maybe. I think we've seen enough of teams playing their game and still coming back without having to do anything different, just making some adjustments at halftime. Look at how Conus the last two games. That's why I say in the first half I'm not going to be too worried about it. I'm going to say, hey, let's just get into our stuff and get going, and a team's going to get crashed back down to earth, which Quimsa has to some extent in this game. But yeah, definitely the pressure in the fourth quarter. But
now a nice job by Quimsa to break the pressure. Pass your way out of the press. And that poked out of bounds, and Deodato wants it to be Flamengo ball, but might have a case there. Ramirez getting it over to the sideline, gets it back. Now he gets it into the corner. Brasino for three. Galitzi, great effort trying to get the offensive rebound, but it is finally controlled by Flamengo. Now Cuello gives it up, and Manfio hits the three-pointer. It's down to 11 with inside a minute to play. Ramirez loses his footing and travels. 15.5 to play.
They're struggling right now. Quimsa is.
Yeah.
I'm nervous if I'm the coach right now. I'm like, all right, guys, let's go ahead and we're giving the ball up, letting them score, not taking a ton of time off the clock.
Quimsa fans trying to exhort their team across the finish line.
20 to 30 seconds away from feeling safe about this lead if I'm Quimsa. They got like 20 at a minute. If I'm up 20 in a minute, I say I can't lose. 10, 11, you still probably will win, but there's a lot of things that could happen where I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You almost,
and they're going to a review.
you're almost fearful that you're going to be the guy or the team that let somebody have one of these epic comebacks on you too, and you're like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yep. So they're going to look at this one. Is that a foul on Galvanini?
Or are they looking at when Galizzi gives Galvanini a little shove in the back? Because he kind of steps over Ramirez.
So here's Ramirez. Ramirez loses his footing. Yeah, that should not be a foul on Galvanini. His feet went right out from under him. No foul. Good call by the officials. We're going to look at Julio Anaya of Panama, one of the top officials in the Americas. So 50.5 to play. Quimsa by 11. It is not quite nailed down. One of those nails in the coffin kind of pried loose. Deodato on the drive, pulls up. Rebound back tapped, controlled by Brasino. Wow, a lot of contact there, no call. And what did they call here? Foul on...
They call offensive?
Ramirez? Oh, yep.
That's why we don't...
He plowed Manfio.
That's why we don't leave our feet when we pass, kids. That's something I say in practice all the time.
Quimsa bench trying to get the fans up and involved even more. Galvanini for three. Yes!
His stat for this game is going to look like, you know, a really good game.
Yeah,
all of it came in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
So the lead down to 8, 24 seconds to play. Robinson, and he gets fouled. So Brandon Robinson will try to ice this one to get it to 10 points. 4 possessions with 23 seconds to play. Robinson from the free throw line in this game, 5 of 7. Came in shooting 86.5% on the tournament. First one straight through for B-Rob. He's got 22 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in what will likely be a tournament MVP performance. It's the second. And now the lead is 10 with 20 seconds to play. Deodato to Manfio, misses the three, and now Quimsa can start to celebrate. Shot clock is off. Ramirez gets it into the front court. And Quimsa has won it all in 2024. Champions of the Basketball Champions League of the Americas in a rematch of the 2020 title game. Quimsa, their second BCL Americas title. Flamengo will have to settle for silver. Quimsa, I guess you could say, holds on for a 12-point win. They led by as many as 23. Flamengo cut it to 8 in the waning moments of the game. But Quimsa just too much. They were never seriously threatened in this game. The only time that Flamengo led was on the three-pointer by Guy Deodato to give Flamengo a 3-2 lead early in this game. After that, it was all Quimsa. As we look at the numbers on this one, as Quimsa celebrates on their home floor at Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero in front of their delirious home fans. Flamengo overall 31 of 78, 39% from the floor, 11 of 40 from three-point range for 27%, 7 of 12 from the free throw line, 58%. Quimsa, 57% overall. They were 25 of 35 for 71% from two-point range. They finished the game 10 of 26 from three for 38%. Remember, they started off 7 of 8. They went 3 of their final 14. And Quimsa 12 of 20 from the free throw line. Quimsa, big advantage on the glass, 46-33. Somehow Quimsa survives 19 turnovers to win this game. It shows you how dominant they were. That if you can have 19 turnovers in a game and still win by a dozen.
Good amount of those turnovers were there at the end with that pressure when the game was essentially over. So, I mean, not maybe 5 of them. It's not like 10 of them came from there. But
so individually on this game, as we roll the highlights, as the podium gets set up and the confetti banners, or the confetti cannons, I should say, get loaded. Look at the individual tallies on this one. Martin Cuello, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Guy Deodato, inexplicably just 5 points. He had the first 3 of the game and then just 2 the rest of the way out. He was 2 of 9 from the floor. Gabriel Galvanini, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Again, most of his points coming in the second half. He had 3 first-half points. And there you see Kyle Manfio with the impressive dunk. Didi Luzada had 6. Manfio had 8 and 4 rebounds. Franco Balbi, a nice night, 15 points on 7 of 17 shooting, 3 rebounds. Scott Machado, 9 points, 4 assists. Carlos Olivinha, 4 points. Devon Scott, 6 and 5 rebounds. For Quimsa, Emiliano Basabe, 11 points, 14 rebounds. Juan Brasino, 14 points, 7 assists. Tai Vecchalizzi, 14 points, 5 boards. Fabian Ramirez, 8 points, 4 rebounds. As we listen into the interview with Brandon Robinson.
Muy contento para este equipo. El partido es muy difícil, es un buen equipo en Flamengo, pero este equipo tiene todo.
Because this is not a team, this is a family.
Sí, es mi familia. Ahí por 4 años, 2 veces a la campeones. Para mí es muy contento.
What about you, man? I'm speechless. Once and again, MVP, once and again.
Para mí es muy fácil.
I know, thank you.
It's funny, the interviewer asking the questions in English and Brandon Robinson from Florida answering in Spanish.
Yeah, it was like, hey, nice.
Sebastian Acevedo did not score, but he pulled down 2 rebounds, had 2 assists. Fortunato Rolfi, 5 points. Bruno Sansimoni, 8. Eduardo Vassirani, 9 and 4 rebounds. And the likely tournament MVP, Brandon Robinson, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. That's how you close out a tournament. Robinson, if he is named MVP, this will be his second after winning the honors in 2020. You see the fans in the background as the final horn sounded. Absolutely delirious here in Estadio Ciudad. Once again, regardless of the event, regardless of whether it's men or women, they do it upright for these medal ceremonies. It could be a 17U tourney, 17U World Cup, or something like that, and they still get the confetti cannons, they still get the medals, they still get the podium, they still get the celebrations. Love how everybody's treated equally by Fiba. Well, let's see who is named to the All-Star 5 here, partner. We were talking about that in the early game. There's Senor Carlos Alves.
The moment we've waited for.
There's Jordan Williams.
We both agreed on him.
Yep.
And Jordan Glenn here.
Yep, Jordan Glenn.
Consensus. A Craig and Andrew consensus. This must be a Quimsa player. Yep.
Guess who? Franklin Hassel next?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering is these three, Hassel's got to be in there, and then who?
Ismael Romero? Lucas Diaz? Franco Balbi, wow. He was big in the quarters, the semis, and tonight.
I feel like you got to give. Well, Robinson's with the home team. I was saying you got to give somebody from the home team, but another one. Wow, so they snubbed Hassel.
Wow, and Juan Brasino. They do tend to play to the home crowd when they select the All-Star 5, no question.
Right, no problem there. Wow, I just really thought Hassel would be one of the guys.
Yeah, he didn't have a dominant performance tonight, though. Balbi stepped up big the last two nights. Brasino stepped up big the last two nights. I think they really weighted heavily on the semis and the finals.
Sure.
And the third place game. Hassel was absolutely dominant in the quarterfinals. In fact, he was the quarterfinals MVP.
Looks like Robinson's still standing out there for his MVP.
Yeah, no doubt. There's Horacio Muratore, UCL America's president, honorary FIBA America's president. And there is the tournament MVP, Brandon Robinson, his second in 4 years. He's the inaugural MVP. Another piece of hardware for his impressive trophy cabinet. Again, he was the NBL Canada Rookie of the Year, All-Star Game MVP in 2012. He won the title and the MVP with Quimsa in 2020. He was a D2 All-American. As now we await the team presentations. I think that young lady carrying the tray of medals should get the MVP for navigating those steps with those heels. That was quite impressive. And now our officials being recognized. From our bronze and gold medal games. Officials from our first place game: Julio Anaya of Panama, Andres Bartel of Uruguay, and Johnny Batista of Puerto Rico. And the officials from the third place game: Roberto Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Carlos Peralta of Ecuador, and Cristian Paez of Ecuador as well. Outstanding officiating as always. All throughout this tournament. There's always going to be calls where if you are watching with an objective eye, you're thinking, well, I'm not so sure. But we have the benefit of replays and different angles. And unless you do an official review, you're making that call in real time. And by and large, the officials in this tournament and across Fiba make far more calls than they miss. So now the silver medal presentations for Flamengo. Captain Carlos Oliveira comes out first to get his medal. And you can see the disappointment on his face. There's Guy Deodato. Mateos Leone, Scott Machado, Franco Balbi, a member of the All-Star Five, Didi Luzada, Mike Tavares, didn't see a lot of him in the quarters or semis, Galvanini, Felipe Mota, Devon Scott, Caio Manfio, and Martin Cuello. And of course, head coach Gustavo Conti and his assistants Fernando de Oliveira and Cristiano Medeiros Pereira. Flamengo does not look pleased to be wearing silver. They had expectations of winning this event, and they just ran into a hot, determined Quimsa team playing on their home floor. Flamengo, a veteran team, so you wonder how much turnover they will have. Deodato, 32 years old, Machado, 33, Balbi, 34. They're all still looking like spring chickens. Galvanini's only 25, Luzada's only 24. Olavinha, 40 years old. Devon Scott from the USA, don't know where he's going to end up. Manfio, just 24 years old. Martin Cuello, 29 years old. So you may see 9 or 10 of these players back for Gustavo Conti next year. FIBA America's president, Fabian Borro, will be presenting the gold medals. And look at the guy behind the confetti cannon. He's ready.
How do I get that job? I'd be good at it.
There's the captain, Fabian Barrios Ramirez, at age 34. Out first with his BCLA Champions t-shirt. I want to know how to get one of those.
Yeah, you know, how about a little something for the broadcast crew? You know, a t-shirt. That's all we're talking about. I don't need a medal. I mean, you know, we give me a medal.
That's what was nice about when we used to go to these tournaments in person. We'd always get a little something like that, a t-shirt, a FIBA polo, or a jacket. But that's okay. So Juan Brasino, Sebastian Acevedo, Fortunato Rolfi, Brandon Robinson, Emiliano Basabe, all of these guys contributed. Bruno Sansimoni, Ramon Bastardo, Eduardo Vasserani, the captain Fabian Barrios Ramirez already got his, Federico Zesular, Tajevek Galitzi, got Diego Colom in there, just added prior to the semifinals. Nice experience for the 19-year-old. We talk about Quimsa. We've got a good mix of youth and veterans. Juan Brasino, 33, Acevedo, 33. Brandon Robinson, 35. Looks like he could play forever. Sabe's 31. Vasserani, 33. Ramirez, 34. Galitzi, 31. So we may see all of these guys back next year as Quimsa continues the celebration on the podium. And the Quimsa team, along with the fans, saluting Brandon Robinson, tournament MVP, as we look at Leandro Ramea. In his first full season with Quimsa, wins it all in BCL Americas. Leandro Ramea, assisted by Edgardo Santillan and Guillermo Marino. Oh, that confetti cannon's getting heated up. Mauricio Muratare hands off the trophy to Carlos Olavinha. They hoist the trophy and the confetti cannons go off for Quimsa, the 2023-24 BCL Americas champions. What an event. A huge congratulations to FIBA Americas. fantastic job as always in administration of the tournament, the website, the statistics, coordination with Quality Producciones. Tremendous job by all those folks bringing the pictures to you, coordinating the production, the graphics, coordinating with Andrew and I in the USA, broadcasting this tournament remotely. And I'm glad I don't have to sweep up all that confetti. That's a job I do not want.
Out of a
Once again, the
Billy
final
Joel video.
score. Yeah. Once again, the final score, Quimsa 92, Flamengo 80. Quimsa is golden. Halcones wins third place with a 101-99 overtime win over Hebreka Maccabi. One final time for my partner, Andrew Hunt. My name is Craig Feda. Hope you enjoyed this tournament as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Just a tremendous, tremendous event. Outstanding quality of play. And it culminates with Quimsa winning it all on their home floor. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long for now.